Welcome to day 8, which is chapter 9 as we read through the book of Isaiah together. Short one today, but heads up, long one tomorrow. So chapter 9 says this: "Nevertheless, that time of darkness and despair will not go on forever. The land of Zebulun and Naphtali will be humbled, but there will be a time in the future when Galilee of the Gentiles, which lies along the road that runs between the Jordan and the sea, will be filled with glory. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. For those who live in a land of deep darkness, a light will shine. You will enlarge the nation Israel. They will rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest, and like warriors dividing the plunder. For you will break the yoke of the slavery and lift the heavy burden from their shoulders. You will break the oppressor's rod, just as you did when you destroyed the army of Midian. The boots of the warrior and the uniforms blood-stained by war will be burned. They will be fuel for the fire. For to us a child is born, a son is given to us. The government will rest on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. His government and its peace will never end. He will rule with fairness and justice from the throne of his ancestor David for all eternity. The passionate commitment of the Lord of Heaven's armies will make this happen." Okay, what did it mean for them? Well, the land of Zebulun and Naphtali, they're the northern tribes, and it's saying that they'll be humbled. And that's talking of Assyria coming against them and humbling them as an instrument of God. And then Galilee will be exalted. That actually happened in between 734 and 733 BC. Tilgath-Pileser III, who was the king of Assyria, made Samaria the puppet state. So those lands were indeed humbled. This idea, wonderful counselor, another way of putting that is an extraordinary strategist. And so in this time of political intrigue and nations marching against nations, that's what was needed. But what does it mean for us? You see, Isaiah here takes a future stance. He stands outside of where he is in this moment, and he calls something that is not yet happening. And it says that there'll be a time when Galilee is honoured. Now, us looking back at that, we can see a reference to Jesus right there. And these terms, the extraordinary strategist, a way of putting that is one who plans a miraculous thing. And so we think about the miraculous plan that God orchestrated right before the beginning of time, when the Lamb of God slain before the beginning of time, outside of time, for the sins of the whole world. And we can say that, yes, indeed, he is an extraordinary strategist and has worked a wonderful plan, and these names belong to our God.